What are you thinking?
Hello, and welcome to Any Thoughts with me, William Wogan, turning your brainwaves into radio waves. That number is 0845 60 60 973, or you can email me at williamwogan@anythoughts.co.uk. Anglo-American relations are in the news as ever at the moment, as a controversial case of Gary McKinnon crops up yet again. McKinnon is due to be extradited to America for hacking into US military computers, based on a treaty that the US itself is yet to ratify. In his defence, McKinnon claims that he wasn't attempting to access military secrets, but just trying to establish the existence of UFOs. MPs and even our very own Mayor Boris Johnson have been up in arms over this, saying that McKinnon poses no threat to anyone. So, what do you think? Do UFOs exist, or are they just a conspiracy? Perhaps everything's a conspiracy, who knows? Maybe McKinnon's in on it too. We'd like to hear your thoughts. And remember, this is your show. You can phone in and give us your thoughts on anything, from sports to wars in Africa. But let's make it proper sports, sophisticated games like chess, not football. We hear quite enough of that already. So remember that number, 0845 60 60 973. Okay, and turning to the phones, we have Peter Mitchell from Hackney.
Right.
Peter,
All right.
What are you thinking?
All right, Bill.
William, I'm William.
I think that's what I said, mate. Anyway, I'm reading about chess, right? I saw a blinding game the other day. 3 minutes left on the clock, right? And one of them was playing for the stalemate. We could all see that. He was playing for the stalemate. But he got him cornered and it was bishop, knight, queen, wallop. I mean, that's merciless, Bill. The guy was in tears.
Okay, well, you obviously like chess. Do you have a favourite player?
Yeah, well, I think the all-time great was Gary Kasparov,
Kasparov.
Yeah, that's what I said, mate. But to be honest, I was shocked to see that Alan took the title, because even Kramnik was better than him.
Okay, well, you're obviously a very keen fan. Tell me, do you play as well as watch?
No, I don't play myself, but I go down with the lads at the weekend and cheer the boys on.
Okay, well, thanks for your call. And now we are honoured to have Professor Tim Wahine from the London School of Oriental and African Studies. Professor.
Good day, Mr. Wogan.
And a good day to you too.
I would like to talk to you today about the UFOs.
Right.
I think there are a lot of theories out there, but I think we need to approach the whole topic with a certain level of logic and discernment.
Right.
As we should any academic subject. We need to ask ourselves, if UFOs don't exist, then why the big government media conspiracy to cover it up? If something doesn't exist, you don't need to cover it up.
That is an excellent point, Professor. But are you not assuming the UFOs do exist?
Well, Mr. Wogan, with all the respect that you deserve, I am a professor at the London University, you are DJ. Now, we can apply that same...
But sorry, you must realise you're not talking to a man with no frame of reference. I do in fact have a 2-1 from Aberdeen in politics.
Well, Mr. Wogan, you are more than welcome to your 2.1 scrap of paper politic. But let us move on. We can apply that same logic and discerning approach to other so-called conspiracies, like the JFK conspiracy, for example. We had to ask ourselves, why would the so-called conspiracy theorists lie? What interests would they have in lying? I would say that it's the governments and the powerful interest lobbies involved in the conspiracies who would have the interest in lying, and not the people trying to expose them.
Well, Professor Wahine, thank you so much for your call, and please do feel free to phone back at any other time with any other thoughts. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And now, David Milner from London. Hi, David.
Hi, it's William, is it?
That's correct, indeed, William.
Hi. Thanks for having me on the show.
Pleasure.
It's a real pleasure to be here. And I'll tell you what topic I'm calling about. The topic I'm calling about today is the Beatles.
A great band. Brilliant band.
Well, a fantastic band. And as I'm sure you're aware, recently their entire collection was re-released, remastered, with every song, every single single, and every album. So I thought perhaps a good topic for your callers to discuss would be their favourite Beatles album.
A fascinating subject. Well, do tell me, David, what is your favourite album?
Well, William, I'm a bit of an expert. I probably shouldn't provide the answer. You know, I was just trying to present the topic for your callers.
Oh, but that's my job.
According to some interpretations, perhaps, but, I don't want to get into a clash of egos by any means, Bill. But, I listen to a lot of radio shows. I've been doing this for a long time, and to be honest, you won't get awards like your namesake, Terry Wogan, did, ignoring a caller like me. And, actually, on LBC right now, they're talking about this topic, and it's very engaging.
Phone in there. Just phone in there. Why are you phoning in here? Phone LBC.
You can never get through on LBC, Wilbo. So what I usually do,
Wilbo?
and you'll like
William.
this, you'll like this, is I mind LBC, but I did, and then phone in on a different radio station.
What?
And I think that your namesake Terry Wogan, he would love this idea.
Look, hang on. I've got to make this very clear right now. This show has got nothing to do with Terry Wogan.
Well,
I share a name with him, but nothing else. This is a sophisticated show.
You're taking his name, and you're living in his shadow, I think.
His shadow? Look, he's retired, he's gone, and now so are you. I'm sorry about that, callers, but next we have Cecil. Cecil Pernew.
Hello, William. How are you?
I'm bearing up now, and tell me, what are you calling for?
Well, I'm phoning about chess, William. I used to love chess, I did. I'd play all the time. This must have been 1950s, I think, I'd play 3-4 times a week.
Okay, tell me, do you still play?
Well, not anymore. It's a young man's game, really. But, I look back on those days with fondness. I remember I'd always do the same opening move, D4 to D5.
Great.
And then usually I'd follow that up with B6 to B8. Move that pawn up there on the right. Always the same way, William. Always the same.
Okay. And tell me, why?
Oh, I don't know. Just habit, I suppose. I mean, you start to do something one way, you get stuck in your ways, and that's the way life goes.
Okay, but tell me, why did you initially go for that particular opening, Mr. Pernew?
Well, you've got to begin somewhere. And, I suppose I thought it was as good a way as any. An absolute classic opener, I thought.
Quite. Well, I suppose you're rather good.
Never won a game.
Okay, Judy Beach, what are you thinking?
Oh, no, not Julie. Call me Jules, Willie, that's right.
Okay, Jules.
Jules or Jules Aremo.
As you like.
Julissimo.
Okay.
Julie Jules.
Okay,
Whatever tickles your fancy, really.
Did you call for any particular reason?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about UFOs, actually. See, I was abducted. Yeah, it was a couple of years ago now. It was a strange kind of a night. Beamed on down, and there I was putting my laundry out, because it's quite hard to find the right time to do it, and I was doing anyway. So beamed on down, and the ladder came out, and these very strange-looking chaps in these odd coats came down and said, "Would you like to come up?" And well, nothing on telly really. I'd seen all my soaps, and I thought, well, why not? I don't tend to meet people much at the hairdressers, so I went up there, said hello, and sat down. I had a famous time. Had a lovely chat with them. Made me a cup of tea. Lovely tea.
Because they do get a bad press.
It's hard to make a good cup of tea. People say you can't ruin a cup of tea, but them UFOs, them aliens, they knew exactly how to make it just right. Golden brown, that tea was.
Well, this is a very unusual
Delicious.
situation.
Yeah, never been able to make tea like it.
Okay.
Just sat around, really, talking.
Well, it's a very unusual position.
No one believes me.
No, I'm sure they don't.
No.
Well, thank you for your call.
Oh, any time, Willie.
Okay, well, now we have Clive Gordon. Hi, Clive.
William, I do not listen to the Beatles. Never have, never will. I haven't listened to a single song, so I couldn't possibly comment on what would be my favourite, whether it be Let It Be, Revolution, or any of their rubbish.
Okay, well, maybe you should give them a go. They're quite an uplifting band. They're very positive.
Well, William, perhaps you're right. I could do something a little bit uplifting in my life. I tend to listen to a combination of Marilyn Manson and Leonard Cohen, and sometimes it does get a bit grim, but I'm not going to listen to the Beatles.
Thanks for your call.
You're listening to Any Thoughts with William Wogan. 0845 60 60 973.